Hey, it's Kat again with Agent Marketing Moxie, and welcome back to the Moxie channel. Today, we're going to talk about 5 myths about online paid advertisement for agents. Coming up. Today, we're talking about one of my favorite subjects, and that is paid advertisement, because I think there's a lot of strength in paid advertisement online, and some people think otherwise. Mostly people who aren't advertising. Today, I wanted to talk about the myths surrounding online paid leads, just so we can get all that stuff out, because there are lots of benefits to paid online leads, and I really want to break some of those myths that they're just not true. With that being said, the first one we're going to talk about is number 1, they suck. This is my favorite argument ever for not paying for ads online to advertise your business as a real estate agent. A lot of real estate agents wind up not having a lot of success with their own strategies online for paid advertisement, especially on Facebook or Google. So they just assume that the whole method sucks and it's not any good. I am here to tell you otherwise. In fact, I am the exact opposite. If anything sucks, it is your follow-up method. Now, that being said, not every online lead is going to lead to a sale or is even going to know what they did or why they're in your circle or what happened. And there are a number of leads you have to walk through to get to the good ones. But since when is that not true? I mean, let's look at the other things that you do to generate leads. Let's say, you cold call or you door knock. Is every door going to be someone who answers and says, yes, I'll sell my house with you? Is every call going to be a call that someone says, oh yeah, I got pre-approved yesterday and I wanted to start looking today and I want to buy next week? No, not every lead is like that. And because not every lead is like that offline, we wouldn't expect every lead to be like that online. And in the same way you nurture leads you get offline, you have to nurture them online. The whole big difference and the best part of online leads is they're a lot easier. Because online leads are a lot easier to get, that means that gives us more time and leaves us more time to do the things that we're better at. Like, selling and buying houses for people. Moving on to the second myth. The second myth I hear a lot with agents is that online lead generation doesn't work in my market. There is a little bit of truth in this, in the sense that some markets are more difficult to get into, especially if you're in a big city or a place where lots of people are paying for advertisement, or more likely lots of people can afford to pay for advertisement. It can be a little bit more difficult to break into those areas as a real estate agent, especially if you're nearby several big brokerages. But that doesn't mean it can't be done. It just means you shouldn't do it yourself. Online leads work in every market across the United States and Canada and many other places that are big on buying and selling real estate, like the United Kingdom and Ireland. Find a professional to help you if you can't figure it out yourself. There's no shame. Trust me when I say there's no shame in finding a professional to help you when you need something. The third myth I want to bust is Zillow rules the market. There's no point in doing any paid advertisement stuff online because Zillow already has figured it out. Okay, so the first part of this I want to bust is no. Oh my gosh, Zillow. Hashtag Zillow killer. You might as well just follow that right now, because Zillow is not the king of the world. There are lots of agents who make plenty of money off of Zillow and, do good business off of Zillow. And in the past, Zillow was, kind of unique. They had this whole big platform where people could come look at houses and do amazing things and, sign up to say hello to you. It worked. It was good. It was good someday, 10 years ago. But now we literally, as agents and as marketers, have the access to the technology that Zillow had proprietary knowledge on a decade ago. We can build our own lead gen sites. We can boost our own websites in an area. We don't need Zillow to do that anymore for us. Myth 4, lead gen is expensive online. Again, there is a little bit of truth in this one. Lead gen is not cheap, just like it's not cheap to call people all day. You might not spend any money calling people all day, but in the same vein, you're spending time. And that's time you could be spending making actual cash and doing what you're best at. The average sign twirler in Washington State makes $17 an hour, twirling a sign on a corner. If you're calling people and you're not making at least triple or quadruple that while you're calling people, so for every sale, you can go back and say, I spent 40 hours, calling people, and that's how much it cost me to get this sale, then you're wasting your time. Some lead gen agencies charge $5,000 to $10,000 a month, similar to what Zillow charges to generate leads for you. That is 100% unnecessary for you to pay, but you still should be looking in the $2,000 to $3,000 to $4,000 range to start every month. But that should also include a little bit of coaching on what you're supposed to do with online leads, because they are a different beast. And in addition, some of your follow-up processes and a good amount of leads, 50, 100, 200 a month for you to comb through to get some good action going. Myth 5 is that you're too late to the game. Now, as we discussed earlier in myth 3, Zillow used to dominate the market. Just because they started dominating the market and they started out on a good foot like that doesn't mean that you can't start on a good foot starting today. In fact, I'd say it's easier than ever to get online and start generating leads as a real estate agent. With so many platforms and so many target audiences and literally billions of people online, there's no reason that you can't find your target audience and the people that you want to work with online. So my piece of advice here is cut that defeatist attitude, girl. Cut it out right now. And instead, look at what you can do. Is it going to be easy? No, absolutely not. Is it going to be fun? Sometimes. Are you going to make sales if you stick with it? Yes. You can absolutely break into the market right now. There is no reason that you cannot. All right. Good talk. That concludes our video today on 5 myths we wanted to bust about paid online leads. And we will see you next time on the Moxie channel. Peace, and do it with Moxie.